What's up, disciples? Happy Sunday. What a lovely day indeed. Thank you, or evening, I should say. Thank you for being here, as always. Excited to be back on some Red Dead 2. We are getting there, and yes, look at you, Mango, being first and whatnot. Proud of you. Spicy! Hello! I played a lot of Halo today, and I was getting my ass kind of kicked there at the end. It sort of dashed my spirits and made me realize why I am a bot when it comes to that game. Had some fun though. Helped Katie rank, so we got her to rank silver. Hoping to steadily start boosting our ranks now. Lord knows we need it. Even though I'm pretty sure I dropped my rank just with how bad I was sucking. So much work to be done there. But we're not playing Halo. We are playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I am so excited to get back into. Fresh change of pace, and I don't get ranked. We're all bots. I mean, that's kind of true. Got my ass pretty handed to me, though, for most of it. I think I only had a couple matches that I actually would say that I played well. At the end, I finally went off. Had a good amount of kills. So, if you're new to the channel, hello. My name is Claire. I am a professor at St. Mary's College of California. I teach a little class called There's Always a Lighthouse, the case for literary merit in video games. In the class, we discuss the definition of literature, what storytelling elements define literature, and if we put these things together, can video games be considered literature? Really fun class. It is a subjective question, so some people think yes, some people think no. One of the games that we use to demonstrate the possibility of video games having literary elements is Red Dead Redemption 2. And the beauty of the lecture series here on Twitch is that I can take as much time as I want. The class is a 6-week, and the actual physical class is a 6-week intensive course, so I don't get nearly as much time as I'd like to discuss many of the games that we talk about, Red Dead chief among them. We only get 2 in-class days to talk about Red Dead 2. In this lecture series, we are on part 23, and we have been going for just shy of 3 months now. We started this in August. It is now November. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We are almost done, and I'm so excited. In a good way. Just that I think it's a huge achievement. This will be the first full game that we have gotten through in the lecture series. It took a long time, but I truly believe it was 100% worth it. We've just had so much fun with this. I've had so much fun with this. I've actually met some folks while we've been playing this, and it's been a heck of an experience. So I'm glad that we are continuing to grind it. But also very happy that we are slowly but surely reaching the end. And I'm sure we'll have much to discuss when that happens. A couple of updates. Please excuse any kinks with the stream right now. I just finished stripping every component of Streamlabs that existed within the stream. And reincorporating everything through Stream Elements. So there may be some growing pains. I think I've gotten just about everything working. All of the commands should be working again. The store is back up. Some good news and bad news about the store. The good news is we actually have some new items up and available for purchase that were not available under the previous store in Streamlabs, namely blankets and mouse pads. The bad news is we lost some merch that was previously available through Streamlabs, namely the hats, for example. So, congrats, Mango. You have basically a limited edition, one-of-a-kind, the Professor cap. Kind of cool. So you can just say that you're super special. So, yeah, all the rest of the commands that we normally use should be working properly. At least that's the hope. I tested everything, so we should be good. But if you do notice anything, of course, let me know, flag it, and I'll make a point to fix that. All right, I think that's enough of me talking. We should just go ahead and get into it. I will remind everyone this is a blind run of Red Dead 2, so please no spoilers from where we're at. The short of it is we were playing as Arthur Morgan for a very long time, the chief enforcer of the Vanderling gang, and he recently succumbed to tuberculosis. So we have taken the reins, no pun intended, of his fellow gang associate and friend John Marston, and his story picking up a few years after the dissolution of the gang. And he is trying to make a legitimate way for himself and try to escape his past, his very violent past, with some mixed results. He's trying very hard, but apparently not enough for his baby mama, who has left him because she fears for the safety of her son, and she does not want him to grow up to be like John, which has just driven John further in his desire to prove that he is capable of being a good father, being a good husband, and getting away from the violent tendencies and lifestyle that has so permeated his life up to this point. So I think we can get on into it, but before we do, I realize I'm not wearing my glasses, so let's see where they are. Ah, there we go. I am no longer blind. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's dive right on in. Wait, first. Okay. Where's my horse? Oh, there you are.
Let's go, girl.
Let's go see Sadie. Sadie's down in Valentine. Good place as any for us to kick things back into gear. That doesn't sound good. Oops. Yes. People here? Saw smoke rising up. Huh. Let's see if you're nice or mean.
Okay, listen. We got something here. Maybe you can help. We're making moonshine, okay? But our last batch was terrible. Set your teeth on edge. Ugh. With the right ingredients, maybe. Listen, you fetch us some, maybe there's something in it for you. A reward. What do you think of that?
All right. I'll keep an eye out.
Wild tobacco might be nice. Good and earthy. The Indian tobacco plant's got a long stem. Sometimes it has white flowers.
Okay. I don't think I have that, unfortunately. Nope. are you doing here?
Bring us some new herbs. Maybe it'll help out on our new batch.
I love that my side horse followed me. That's weird. Oh, like I actually have to do this? Okay, that's lame. Alright, fine. Well, I kind of need money, so we'll do it.
Slow now.
Pretty sure that's tobacco. Tobacco? Tobacco? Nope, that's not tobacco. Maybe that's tobacco. Hello, are you tobacco? No. Hello, I'm looking for a tobacco. Horsey. Okay. We gotta go look for a
You're a good
tobacco, girl.
now.
Apparently when we agreed to this, we committed. Hello, are
Easy
you
now.
tobacco? No, you're a berry. This is the content people come here for.
Easy now.
Hello, are you tobacco? Nope. Where is the tobacco? Alright, it's supposed to have a long stem. That's what he said, right?
Whoa, easy.
Is this tobacco? Nope. No tobacco here.
Come on then.
You're just berries.
Easy there.
That's a bear. Alright, everybody chill. We're all just gonna chill. You know, these guys better pay me a fuck ton of money for getting them tobacco. It's taking forever. You missed nothing. I'm looking for tobacco, and it's going poorly. These guys asked me to pick tobacco for them, and I can't find any tobacco. Also, hi, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Yes. Tobacco.
Head up.
Ooh. I'm sorry. Can we look at those horses? Those are fucking gorgeous. I am going to sneak and try to get one. I am also well. Thank you. I am now going to try to get myself a really pretty white horse. Because, I mean, I'm sorry. Look at these beauties. Just a whole squad of white horses just rolled in. Make sure that... Photo op! Alright, come on. Stop moving. No, I'm not interested in white-tailed deer. I'm interested in these pretty white horses. Ugh, alright, fine. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Come on, horse. Rachel, get your... Oh, is that a black horse? I think I want that more. I am like 99% sure I want that so much more. If that isn't a... Oh no, you're not an all black horse. Pretty sure. Let's just double check. Oh, they're both Kentucky Saddlers. I don't care about Kentucky Saddlers. What are you doing here?
Okay.
Alright, let's go find those white horses again. All the pretty horses. There's a whole damn troop of white horses. That horse was like, pick me. He was, wasn't he? He hell was. He hell was. Oh man, all the white horses are gone. That is stupid. But also, I can't find tobacco anywhere. I'm getting annoyed. I'm gonna look like a little bit more, but if I don't find any, I'm just continuing on.
Saddle.
Are you tobacco? No.
Okay, Missy.
Alright, screw the tobacco. Never had to struggle so hard to find some goddamn tobacco in America. That's fine, I can live with myself for failing to deliver to them. I also failed to get a pretty white horse, so, you know.
Head's still rolling from the road.
See this little one. Okie dokie. Oh, these guys again.
You can't get down now.
You are a fool and a nuisance, brother.
Helen, is this creepy little toad bothering you again?
Sir, we need a hand.
You, gentlemen enjoying the great outdoors?
No, he's still a lizard. Coward, gerbil,
Mommy's boy.
manatee,
Effluent.
discharge,
Milk sop.
What are you going to the airport for,
I
Erica?
did not. You're a milk sop.
Well, you are all chatter and no testes, dear brother. Helen, I will make you love me if it is the last thing I do. And to prove how suitable I am to make a happy and stable life with, I shall throw myself over the waterfall in just a barrel.
And so shall I, just to demonstrate how little your feeble gestures mean, you homunculus.
John, please come do the honors and make sure we,
Oh, you silly little tapeworm of a man.
follow me.
John just like, okay. Oh, okay, picking up your
Helen,
hands. Gotcha.
I love you. And brother, you're living proof of God's remarkable sense of humor.
You have a choice in this, Arthur, or John.
Good luck! You crazy bastards.
Oh my lord! Oh, the fools! The silly fools! I cannot believe they
I went to
done
go
this.
do, but it was unfamiliar face.
Let's go try and find them.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you got on my horse. I was gonna be like, excuse me?
We must at once.
Okay, get on your horse. Follow me.
They're further down. We won't reach them from here. Do you think they're all right?
They might be. You want them to be all right?
Of course. Whatever do you mean?
I was just thinking. Might be easier for you if only one of them was... You catch my meaning?
Sir, that is a terrible thing to say.
You got a favorite?
I like them both. Equally.
Then maybe fate might help you out.
It is not like that, mister. Not like that at all.
Sure.
John's just like, okay, bitch.
Here. Whoa there. Whoa! Whoa! We must find them.
Whatever you say, lady.
There you are.
Acrisius, what have you done?
Brother, are you there? Acri? Is that you? I've had the wind knocked out of me.
I thought you were a goner.
It's a miracle we're alive.
Silly, silly boys! You nearly died. For me.
She's right. Dear brother, what fools we've been.
You're the fool, but a brave one.
You might be dense, but you are the noblest man I know.
You are a lion.
Giant
You're an earth shaker.
world conqueror.
Let's
Ow.
not let anything come between us again.
Never.
Boys?
Good lady, adieu.
Bewitch some other milksops. We will have none of it.
But I thought that...
Before this siren calls us to the rocks again, let us away from here.
You lead the way, brother. The West awaits.
Boys! Boys!
Quite some suitors you picked there.
I was trying to stop them from killing themselves. They won't last a week without me.
No, probably not. But you'll have an easier time,
I guess I will. So long.
ma'am.
Oh, I wasn't trying to lead them on, you know? It was just exciting. The smartest men I knew. positively the least sense.
Well, that's usually how it works. Good luck.
Oh, brother, indeed. Alright, let's try this again. Nope, I don't want your horse. Marley 2.0 says, hey. Aw, Marley 2.0. Marley's male counterpart. I love it. Tell Marley 2.0 I also said hey. Ooh. Ow. No one saw that.
Get your own camp. Somewhere far from here. Get away from me.
Okay, I'm leaving. Oh, you called me out? Bro, you done. Don't ever insult me. Rude. Now I have to loot you. All you had was 77 cents. You're weak. Oh, wait, but you got a white horse. White-ish horse. Yeah, I was gonna say. Looks like it might already be tame. Appaloosa.
Well done, lady.
Also a lady. Hello.
It's all right. Settle down, okay? Whoa, none of that. Easy now.
Clip that. I just witnessed a murder. Oh, stop it.
Easy.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, okay.
You're fine.
You done? Come on. Easy there. You're okay. You're okay. Don't let it get to you.
I kind of like big horses, so we'll see how big this horse is in comparison to my other horse. Who is currently pooping. Oh yeah, this is a very small horse. I'm looking for like a big American Standard bred.
You're
And
a
this
good
horse
filly.
is more of a race horse. So we'll stick with this one for now.
He was beating on me every day. I had no choice.
Whoa there.
Talk all you want, lady. It won't make no difference.
Prison transport. Keep clear.
This isn't right. Let me out of here.
He's trying to stop you.
just said
Please don't leave me in here.
that she was being abused and you're ignoring her? Nah, we're not standing for that shit.
Oh, come on. Let me out of
Shooting
here.
the lock?
Ugh.
Okay.
Please, please, I'm begging you.
There we go.
Come on, lady.
Thank God for that. I have no money to repay you, but I do have some information that might suit your skill set. The Valentine doctor is cozy with the O'Driscoll boys. I've seen them come in and out. Heard they use it as a place to count their money. Maybe you can show those bastards they don't own this land.
All right.
Thank you, really. I'll be on my way.
I got you.
Sure.
Get out of here.
You got a hot tail. Trust me.
I can't stand that shit. Love this mission.
Easy.
Uh-oh, sorry. Almost ran into you, buddy. Also, be careful up the road. It's, a little, blood speckled. Okay. Guess we'll spruce up this horse a bit. She's pretty, so I don't completely dislike her. I just was looking for all black.
I never forget things. This is your first time here, right?
Hey, you want to lower
Oops, sorry.
that gun before you accidentally kill someone. That's it then, I guess.
Hi, puppy. Oh, the upcoming one. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Hello there. That horse doing all right? I'm happy to stable that for you. I got quite a few horses for sale.
Okay. I'm gonna rename you. You can't rename it, really? Oh, that's dumb.
That'll make your horse happy.
Appearance, mane.
It's nice to give a little special grooming.
Go with the dreadlock because it's cool.
Every time I say this year can't get worse, it does. Things made more sense before the turn of the century. Nice bit of grooming. People take notice. It's all yours.
Okay. Well, at least you look cool.
Come back soon. Good horse.
Let's go get some money.
I've heard.
Please don't kick me.
I thought I told you to leave it,
I
Bubba.
thought to myself who this little girl thinks she telling anything to.
Enjoy your drink in peace. I ain't got no business with you right now.
What that mean?
For the last time, leave me alone.
Or what?
What's that?
Get the hell out of here before she kills us all!
You!
Get out of here!
John Marston.
It is good to see you.
I thought I heard a rumor you was alive. Jim Milton, that you?
Guess I didn't do a real good job of hiding my identity. We didn't hear nothing
Look at you,
about
Herb, winning.
You kill a feller up by Roanoke?
Sure did.
I thought that sounded like you and Abigail and Jack.
She's fine.
She was always so kind to me.
I'm looking to buy some property. Beecher's Hope, west of Blackwater. I'm kind of a farmer now. And you?
Oh, you know how it is. Bounties mostly, and some other stuff, good and bad.
Me too. I love how they're being so open about people they've killed in front of the bartender.
Sort of.
The hands at bars. I know, right?
It's legal, usually.
Then, maybe.
Come on, then.
What? Where are we headed?
Strawberry. Got on the run from New York. Good price for him.
What'd he do?
Rob a bank?
With a gun?
No, with a pan. He's an accountant, I think.
Sounds easy.
Come on, we got a bit of a ride.
I know.
All right, let's go.
Your telegram. You said you had something to discuss. I didn't think we'd be chasing down an outlaw.
There's something else.
What?
Micah.
Micah?
I think so. I heard of someone sounded like him about a year back.
Okay.
We always said if we found him.
I know what we said we'd do. That ain't changed.
I didn't think I'd see any of you again after you left for the Yukon.
Now we came back. Didn't strike it rich, as you can see.
But you're a rancher now.
I aim to be. Probably why I can't afford it. This country's becoming real civilized. Bad folk won't be around for long.
You can find. Like I said, feller's name is Nathan Kirk, banker, bald, 45.
Okay.
You head up that way. I'll meet you in a bit.
Okay. Asking around sounds like a real bad idea.
Say, I mean to meet my friend in town, but I don't know where he's staying. Bald New Yorker, Nathan Kirk. You know where he is?
Afraid I don't know.
Excuse me, friend.
I know, right?
I'm looking for a Nathan Kirk, fella from New York. Got any mail for him?
Kirk? Kirk? No, not so as I would remember. Curly, I think, but she's a woman. Ask in the Welcome Center. Most tourists check in there.
Okay, thank you.
It's like, let's just go ask everybody. It's like, is that really the end game here? Christ. Hotel, I guess?
staying in the Welcome Center.
What now?
You head in there and try to flush him out. I'll go get the horses and then wait here.
Easy enough. You seen a fella? Fella from New York? Bald guy?
Yeah. A few New Yorkers come here in search of the West.
This one's a wanted man. I work for the government. Sort of. His name's Nathan Kirk.
Mr. Kirk. But he's so charming.
Is he staying here?
He's, up in room 3.
I'm gonna go pay him a visit. It's government business.
How exciting.
Good one, John. You're real good at this, buddy. All right, room 3. Room service.
Mr. Kirk! Mr. Kirk, you in there?
Who is it?
It's just a friend. Stop! Hey, that's Nathan Kirk! Oh, got him?
Oh, shut up! We gotta get after him. Remember, we want him alive, though.
I know.
All right.
He went right. Stay on it. I'll catch up with you.
Where are you going? Shit.
All right, come on, pick it up. Holy crap. Oh! Aw, come on, man. Oh, that was so stupid. That was so freaking stupid.
Mr. Kirk! Mr. Kirk, you in there?
Who is it?
It's just a friend. Just a friend. Come on, open the door.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it!
Open the goddamn door! Stop! Hey, that's Nathan Kirk. Oh, got him?
Oh, shut up. Come on, jump on. We gotta get after him. Remember, we want him alive, though.
I know.
He went right.
What's up, Blacketh? How's it going?
Where are you going? Shit. Mr. Kirk, you'll do yourself an injury.
How's it been going? You been streaming? Were you just streaming? Been playing some Halo?
Come peaceably.
We just wanna
You're
talk.
back.
Almost had him. Come on.
Caught myself a fine steer.
What you got there?
I don't deserve this treatment.
Yes, you do.
Thanks for that, Mr. Kirk. Real fun.
I'm an innocent man, but it's all a mistake. My wife is a desperate woman. Are you married, sir?
None of your business what I am.
She made me do it. She broke me. I did bad, but I'm not bad. There is a difference.
True.
What is wrong with you people?
Where shall I send the money? I ain't been paid yet.
Hold on to it for me. Need to speak to the bank over in Blackwater. Get a loan for the property. Might make them happy to see I've got a boss.
So I've got a couple of other leads I could use your help with if you're interested. I'm usually at the saloon in Blackwater.
I need money pretty bad, so...
I'm doing well,
I'll
Blackett.
find you.
Just playing a little Red Dead, having some fun. Guess we're gonna go get a loan now at the bank.
All right, girl.
All right. Actually, I should probably pull it up. Have you been playing, yeah, I'm starting to get used to it. Blackett, have you been playing, Halo recently? Are you enjoying it? I thought I saw you playing it the other day. Excuse me. Yeah, how you liking it? Oh, also, Blackett, that, hoodie should be on the way to you if you haven't received it already. Let me know when it's delivered. You should be getting it, I would assume, within the next few days. Also, since I didn't...
The hunt is over! Kill him!
What? What the hell? The hell was that? The hell are y'all coming at me for? Hey, look at... Alright, cool. Also, let the record show, I didn't kill any horses. Oh, these were all natives, I think. Why the hell they attacked me? Oh, no, they're Skinners. Okay. It's a gang. Let's take all their money.
You're a good girl now. Whoa now.
Dumbass. The hell do you have to go and do that for?
Jesus. Easy there.
That guy was just like, nope. Wants no part of that, and I do not blame him. Just want to get all their money. Since they seem to have a lot of it. Okay. Actually, there are black horses on these fields here in West Elizabeth, so we'll check here too. Looking for a black or a white horse. All black. Kill any more horses. Hey, I didn't kill any horses in that engagement. I was very careful.
Hey, hey, easy.
We're just gonna kind of rummage through the fields, see what we find. This is prime territory for American standards.
Easy now.
Oh, you're not a black horse.
Get away from me now! Fuera!
Relax.
What's going on?
Malditos pumas!
Oh shit!
Ay, mierda! No me quedan.
Woo! Shit, that was close. Oops, sorry.
Good luck with it.
Alright, well, skin it, make some money. Avert your eyes if you're sensitive to skinning.
Okay, Missy.
Alright. Back to finding a pretty Mustang.
Easy now.
Oh wow, look at those buffalo. That's kind of dope. Yeehaw. I guess there aren't any today. Okay. Let's just go get that loan. Someone needs to warn poor John. I don't think either of you are full black horses.
Now calm yourself. Oh, come on. There we go. See? We're good. Oh.
Yeah, you're not quite what I'm looking for, but...
Hey, calm. It's fine. Hey, enough. Hey.
It's easy.
Girl, I ain't so bad.
Eh.
Easy.
I mean, you're okay.
All right there.
You scored a drop. Let chat see that you landed your new drops. Oh, I don't know what that is. We'll do that later. Alright. Follow me.
Who's a good horse?
Okay, we got some bonding, so we'll just store you for now.
Ain't good on a horse's knees to let him get that fat. If you want me to keep that overnight, there's room in the stable.
I'll stable you for now.
If you ain't got papers, I can't give you much. I've been burned before.
What is that? Missouri Foxtrotter. Ooh, it's expensive ass horse. Or an Arabian. Woo! Expensive horsies. Alright.
If we're done with that.
What is with all this damn foreshadow? There's the fence.
Howdy, mister.
Hello there.
Let's see what you got then.
Oh, I can't sell that. What? I can't sell anything to you. You are quite useless to me. Some fence you are.
Well, back to it, I guess.
Yeah, it is quite gloomy. General store. I thought that was a sign for the fence. I guess not. Phew! Excuse me. Oh, okay, I can sell stuff over here. I can sell some stuff to the butcher. Sell this pelt. Thank you.
Let's go, girl.
Had the sneezies.
What can I do for you?
Gotta remember to count my blessings.
Well, not much, but
You're a good filly.
strange times, indeed.
Take the
hint, friend. Back off.
Wow, rude. Thank you both for the blessings.
Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?
Can I help you?
I hope so. I want a loan, sir. A line of credit, so I can buy some property.
What property?
An old ranch, Beecher's Hope.
Oh, that old dump?
I know it ain't much, but I ain't much of a farmer either. But I will get there.
That is a very unusual way of asking for a loan. Mr.
Marston.
Marston.
Only folk around here call me Milton. It's kind of a joke, I guess.
A joke, huh? And which folk?
Mr. Geddes. I work for him. He said that you could help me out. I mean, if you can.
So old David Geddes told you I'm the kind of man to loan a man with two names money so he can buy a rundown farm on account of his lack of farming skills, huh?
Don't sound too promising when you put it like that.
Well, how would you put it?
Sorry to waste your time, sir.
Oh, sit down. I'm sure we can figure something out. Now, of course, we'll be expecting you to make regular payments, and given a lack of much evidence you got any means of repaying, the terms won't be too great. But if my cousin vouches for you, it'll be okay with the bank.
Really?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, of course, we'll be expecting our money back regular as clockwork until the debt's settled. Otherwise, the farm reverts to the bank, no matter how much you paid.
I understand.
Well, why don't you go check out the land while I fix the contracts and talk to Mr. Geddes. Oh, I heard there's squatters up there. We've been having so many problems recently, they'll need clearing on.
Sure.
Well, come back when you're done and we'll fix up the paperwork.
Look at that.
Come on, then.
All right. We gotta go, clear out the squatters up at our new home. Holy crap, that fool's still here? Looking for Gavin? It's been like 6 years. Alright.
I'm looking for my mate Gavin. Somebody help me!
Jeez, bro.
Care for a ride?
No, thank you. Ooh, look at all these pretties. Well, none of them are white or black. Oops. Hi?
Can I help you, friend?
I hope so. Who's in charge here?
No one, mister. This is a free country.
Now that I ain't so sure about. Listen, I'm buying this land. I'm afraid you guys are gonna have to go somewhere else.
Who's this?
I ain't sure. Some fancy Dan city boy says he owns this land. Or he's gonna.
Owns it?
That's what he says.
Okay. And how come we live in here?
I ain't sure.
Get the hell out of here. This land belongs to me now.
Ain't nothing on this earth belongs to no one, partner.
Looks like you made your decision then, partner.
Stick your head out, coward!
Dumbass. Well, we couldn't even clean up before we... Storms, man.
Ah, it's you, the man with 2 names and no past. Come on in. How'd you make out?
Well, let's just say there are no more squatters.
Okay. Well, I got your paperwork ready. Now, you sure about buying this place? It's really run down, and the price isn't too great.
I think it would mean a lot for my wife. At least mean I was listening to her.
Okay. Well, sign here and here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. That's how they signed loans in 1906.
Now we own you, Mr. Marston, and we own Mr. Milton too, and we own your property. But you can buy your freedom each week. Eventually, you will be a homeowner.
I understand.
Congratulations, you are now a real American, indebted and owned by the bank. I'm joking, they own me, they just own your property. Now, you can also use this line of credit for any home improvements you need to make, of course.
I can?
Sure. Be good, Mr. Marston. Welcome to home ownership. It's a beautiful thing. Let your wife know what to complain about. Just joking.
Poor John. Damn, you had to pay these off each week. That's
Well,
intense.
it is you. Well, I thought you was dead, boy. Dead.
Uncle?
The very same. Come here. I saw you going into the bank, and by the looks of things, you ain't robbed it.
I've gone straight.
Bull crap.
No, for real. Well,
Fucking
I'm
uncle.
trying.
All these years, you ain't changed a bit. Maybe a little bit. I thought you was dead.
Not yet. Well, I got some things to take care
No,
of.
not a problem. I'll come too.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm real sick, John. Lumbago. It's a slow and painful death, my brother.
Evidently.
Have a little pity, will you? Huh?
Come on, then.
All right.
Terminal lumbago, folks.
Follow me.
Where we headed?
West.
West. Oh, God, ain't you a man of few words? I can see we're headed west. You know, speaking in monosyllables don't make you seem interesting. It makes you seem stupid.
I don't care how I sing.
Well, now where west are we headed, you damn grunting fool?
This ranch I bought just now.
Is that what you were doing in the bank? Spending all your money? Oh, on a ranch in the armpit of West Elizabeth. Oh, my lord.
Not that that's any of your concern, but I was in the bank borrowing the money.
Well, that's even worse. Yeah, you can run from a bounty, John. You can't run from a bank. Is Abigail there?
No. She's, her and Jack are waiting until I'm set up before joining me out here.
You mean she left you? Oh, I never thought she was a smart woman, but, you know, this makes me think maybe I was wrong.
No more of that. I just bought this place, and you're lucky I'm showing it to you and not looking for a place to bury you out here.
I saw you missed.
This is it. Look at her. What do you think?
Why exactly did you buy this dump?
For Abigail?
Why? Is she an idiot? No. What were you thinking?
I don't know. She said she wanted it.
She ever seen it? What are we gonna farm here? Rocks?
We?
You don't have a hope here without a wise hand at the tiller.
Enough of that. Get out of here. On your way.
No, you're stuck with me. Seems I'm stuck with you. John, the rock farmer.
So, you think I'm an
Hard
idiot?
on edge.
No, I know you're an idiot.
Eat your soap. Ooh, looking a little worse for wear there, John.
Head up.
I should probably eat something.
Working hard?
It's the lumbago. Now, if I overdo it, I'll get a relapse. It's very serious.
Get up or get out.
You can be so testy. What is it, constipation?
Guess you're my proof I'll never quite outrun my sins.
You got so sanctimonious in your old age. No wonder she left you. It's like rooming with the King James Bible.
Get up!
Ow! I'm getting up. Oh, no, wait, what did I have to tell you? I went into town. I got a little drunk. Oh, shit! Well, we gotta go. We gotta go to Saint Denis. Charles Smith is alive, I reckon.
Charles Smith alive? Really?
I reckon. Unless I dreamed it all, and by the sound of it, not doing too good neither.
Charles! Charles! Good one.
Let's go find that big sour bastard.
Sure. Let's split up.
Good idea. I'll take the saloons, you take the slum.
For Charles? Oh, we're celebrating for Charles.
And you take the slums.
Damn folk won't leave me the hell alone.
Clear! I need to pass.
Let's go to the fence. Oops. Morning.
Giddy up.
Bonjour. How can I help you today, sir?
Listen, you seen a big Indian fella?
Huh. Indian?
Yeah, a boxer.
No. Sorry, mister. No. Actually, yes. I think he's fighting, I believe. Fighting out behind Saint Saturnin.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Alright, I think I have some shit I can sell you. Yep.
I think they might be starting soon.
Ooh, that's good money.
Enjoy the fight.
These are all just $1.
I will head along that way. Saint Saturnin.
Anything else I can sell? Cool, just made a bit of money. Always pooping.
All right, girl.
Morning, sir.
What in the hell is wrong with you? What took you so long?
Oh, good Lord. I was just beginning to enjoy some peace and quiet.
Asked that first barman I met, and he told me Charles was here.
Folks, they love a surprise.
Not one of life's great mysteries, it turns out.
And you are a killer. We both know what you gotta do. I'm leaving now.
He don't know the half of it.
John?
You're... I'm alive. So are you. So's he.
That's Uncle?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm alive.
Uncle thought maybe he was in some sort of trouble.
Kind of. Just... I don't know. I'm throwing fights for a few dollars.
Throwing fights?
Sure.
And you like that?
Of course not.
So...
Let me go place a bet. Come on. Man, I thought you were dead.
Sure. Abigail's still alive too, only she left me.
Excuse me. I'd like to place a bet.
On who?
On myself, to win. Lone Wolf.
How much?
all of this?
Okay. Funny thing, I pegged you for the favorite, but the odds just got real good. What about you, sir? A little wager on the wolf here? Real redskin brave.
Sure, I'm a fan of the wolf. Give me a bet on him.
Have I got a treat for you? An epic battle between
Bet
the
against Charles? That's
descendants
really
of
an
ancient
option.
warriors and a not so noble savage. On my left, a ferocious battler from the valleys, Simon of Wales. And on my right, an Indian Hercules. The savage, the untamable, the unbeaten, and dare I say unbeatable, Lone Wolf. You know how this works. No weapons, no forfeiting, no crying like a beaten child. Everything else goes. You win by knockout, you win by retirement, or you win by death. Let's have a good fight, boys. Let's keep it clean, but not so clean.
Knock him out! Come on, pretend he's Micah. Get him, Charles. Come on, try and stay on your feet, you hear? Don't black out.
Come on,
just
Charles.
yet. Hit him, Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. Knock him out. Hit him, Charles. Try and stay on your feet, you hear?
Nice.
What the hell? Hit him, Lone Wolf. Come on, Lone Wolf. Gotta get you the hell out of here.
Hey, Lone Wolf, whoa! How? Made my month, but you also made some fellas mighty unhappy.
So it goes.
Here's your share, partner.
We just made the bet I said we
So you
should
keen
make.
on staying around here or heading off with me and Uncle?
But, John, I haven't seen you two in years.
I know. But right now, my sense is you just need to lie low.
Where?
We got a little place up past Blackwater, in the high country.
Okay. I gotta grab my baggage. I booked a steamer heading upriver. That's why I was pretending to throw the fight.
Okay, boys. I'll meet you at the bridge outside Saint Denis.
What are you doing?
Oh, just have a few errands to run.
You're useless.
I am a deep thinker.
Be quick.
Shadow, what's going on? Good to see you. Huh, $40. I'll take it.
This way. My bag's on the dockside. So, what happened?
You mean back then? Arthur helped me get out. Gave me a chance to live, I guess. You know that Arthur...
Sure. Word got to me up north, so I went back and buried him in Miss Grimshaw.
I had to run. If any of us had been found, we'd have...
No, of course. I understand. He's where he would have wanted to be. A pretty hillside, facing the evening sun.
He gave me his satchel with some of his things in it. Remember that journal he always drew in? I got it. I'm a bit of a draftsman myself nowadays.
He was a good man. As much as any of us could be.
Getting sick like that has to rattle a fella.
Rattle him or give him some kind of understanding. What his life was really all about.
Yeah? That makes sense.
Crap, crap, and more crap?
I heard all you were dead.
What's going on?
I might have come looking.
Just busy with work?
And me, the same about you.
Dutch?
Who knows? Dead? Maybe? I'm not sure. I heard all kind of things, but one thing I know, he ain't around here. I ain't heard nothing real in years since, well, that time.
Nor me. Micah?
I hope that bastard's dead. You know, he was the one speaking to them agents.
What?
Putting them on us the whole time.
Sorry to hear that, Shadow.
Since before I got off Sisika.
They picked up Strauss. The agents. Made a real mess of him. I heard he died in custody. Never said a word.
Guess some folk is strong in ways you can't see.
Everything that happened. All those deaths.
Never said a word.
Micah?
None of us is innocent in that. Dutch, least of all. But I don't think we would have had to make those calls. All that mayhem. If it wasn't for okay?
Hold on.
What?
Careful.
Why?
Those are Guido Martelli's men.
Who?
He used to work for Angelo Bronte.
I've only been here an hour.
Hey. Come over here.
What now?
Well, you go left, I go right. On 3.
Mm-hmm.
3. You couldn't have thrown that fight! Evidently! What are those guns they have?
What? You know I live in the high country?
Let's go. There's a wagon up there. I'll get my bag.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I'm looting. Oops. Really? None of you have anything for me to loot? Ah, y'all suck.
Come on. The cops will be on their way. Okay. Where was Uncle gonna meet us?
Over the bridge going out of town. West.
Hold on. You see any law?
Not yet.
Keep your eye out. Saint Denis ain't short on police.
And here they come.
Remember that. Only too well.
Anyone?
Good so far. The further we get from those gunshots, better chance we have. Of denying it, at least.
No, we can't get caught. Martelli has the police chief in his pocket. If they take us in, we won't get out of the interview room.
I don't want to get in a shootout over this. That's not the man I try to be anymore.
No, I don't want that either. You see anything? I think we're clear.
If I ever want to go back, remind me that I hate Saint Denis.
Guido Martelli will happily remind you of that.
Give me some simple folk and wide open spaces. Speaking of simple...
You boys been all getting up to no good?
Kind of. Been getting shot at.
Well, they weren't very good shots. Come on, let's head for home.
Hours later. Yay, now we have Charles here. Life is good.
Feels like old times. It's good to have the old gang back together again.
Let's just hope things don't turn out like last time.
There he goes. What'd I tell you, Charles? Boy is as sour as week-old milk. No wonder she didn't stay with you. Not even a retired $2 whore would stay with you. That's the goddamn truth. Now, you used to be decent company, but now you're worse than a snake with a toothache. All he does is whine, whine, whine.
Excuse me?
Oh, don't get all angry. It ain't gonna change nothing. You're hopeless. And I mean that literally. You got no hope. I mean, look at you. Look at this place. Your dream home. I've had better nightmares than this dream. Oh, darling Abigail. I've changed. Come live with me in an outhouse I wouldn't ask my worst enemy to take a shit in.
What are you trying to say?
It's awful. It's a dump. The house has gotta go. Get some self-respect, you miserable sack of shit. Build a house a lady'd set foot in.
The place just needs a woman's touch.
It needs leveling. No woman would touch this place. Now, I reckon these horses can have it down in a minute. Here, come on. Tie that end around the horses. You loop that end around there. Horses will pull it clean down. We good?
I think so.
All right. Well, let's get going. Now just pull.
You got this, John? I'll go when you do.
Okay. On me.
Almost there!
Timber! I know, right? Oh, just like doo-doo-doo.
See? I told you it wouldn't be no trouble.
And now?
Now we head into town, buy ourselves a house right out of a book. Same as if it were a bicycle.
Where in town?
There's a fella by the train store. Cakes hardwood and timber.
Okay. You keep working here.
But if I don't go with you, who's gonna tell you
Just
that?
need a bit of peace and quiet from your incessant yapping. Charles, make him work. Whip him if you have to.
I'm so grateful Charles is here. Alright. Alright, Sadie's in town. We should go see her. Alright, for sure, Blacka. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Ooh, almost hit that car. Oh, that would have been terrible. But yeah, you have some good sleep, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate it. Oh.
Slow now.
Who did this? Oh, that poor horsey. Was it this fucker? Was it these fuckers? Why the fuck those horses dead, bro?
Move on, stranger, unless you want me to leave your guts for the wolves. Go get lost. Don't you ever try that with me again.
Well, I don't think it was you, so. Oh!
Ain't we?
Sorry, didn't realize there was a snake there.
Whoa, easy.
Ooh, look at that pretty thing. Alright.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Web hanging from your cons.
Come on in.
Hello, mister.
Wait, where's... Oh, there she is.
Hello, Sadie.
Mrs. Adler?
Oh, John. Come sit down.
Sure. You got any work?
Yeah. Well, there's always work. Whole country's getting robbed, robbing, or stopping robbers. Well, seems like there ain't much else in this world except bastards, victims of bastards, and the bastards who want to put the bastards in the ground.
And
she ain't
which
wrong.
are you, exactly?
Me? In my time, all three. But same as most people.
I guess.
Well, funny thing about this job, well, opportunity, I just might get to be all three again.
How you mean?
You ever heard of Shane Finley?
Cattle wrestler?
Murderer, thief, child killer. He's wanted in 5 states. I caught him last week. He was disguised as a lady in a house for fallen women. I was bringing him in, and I got robbed by a professional rival of mine, James Langton. Oh, he's a nasty bastard. I didn't much like him even before he robbed me.
That happened a lot. This line of work.
Yeah, but they're all people like me. Anyway, now they're holed up in the desert down south, waiting to head north so they can hand them in to the state troopers in the north country. I'd given up on the job as just a bad lot, but now that you're here, maybe we can go rob them back.
Is the money good?
Yeah, it's real good. Plus, I don't much like getting robbed by no one. Come on.
Where is it we're heading again, you say?
South. Now come on, mount up. We got a ride ahead of us.
Of course we do.
Sadie Adler, you're the best.
Follow me. Let's ride.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Please, God, no!
That a new horse?
Some folk buy ranches, some buy horses. Horses are cheaper.
True.
He looks mean.
He is.
My ranch? It's something else, you know. You gotta come up there.
You ain't had any trouble?
Some squatters, but that's it for the most part.
That's good. Maybe these fellers I heard about have stayed north or gone off somewhere else or dropped down dead in their own tracks.
Probably
it's
that.
Good country.
All country is good. It's just folk that are bad.
All right, sweet. You know who I got up there with me?
Uncle.
Besides Uncle.
Abigail?
Abigail ain't come there just yet.
Really? You, wanna talk about it?
Well, maybe, but Charles Smith. We found Charles Smith.
Charles? He's alive?
Yeah. He's doing okay. He was prize fighting in Saint Denis. Weren't seeming too well. He took everything real hard. But I think life on the plains is gonna be good for him.
I always liked Charles. You send him my best.
I will. You know, you can come along too. Build a cabin on the land.
I've done that all before. Can't do it again. I'm on my own now, John. I ain't so good with people.
The offer's there whenever you want it.
That's kind. Unlikely to be taken up, but kind.
You heard anything of Dutch?
Nothing. You?
No. You'd think. He's a colorful character. Word would get out.
That's one way of putting it. Look, what happened with the gang changed everyone who was a part of it. The Dutch who put a blanket round me after the O'Driscolls, that weren't the same man at Beaver Hollow. And now, he might not be so colorful no more.
You see a man whose character changed. I see a man who got found out for who he truly was. We was fools to follow him. I was a fool and I paid for it. And I was one of the lucky ones.
Micah, John. Micah's the one who set it off.
I blame me for following Dutch for too long, but I blame Micah for most everything else.
He's out there.
And someday, I hope we'll find him. But not now.
Come on.
A lot to say here. Because both Sadie and John have very different interpretations of how the gang ended, or how the gang fell apart. Sadie suggests, she says something so interesting. The man who put a blanket over me when he found me was not the same man at Beaver Hollow, which is correct. I mean, that's the truth. But then John countering with, he really just became who he really was, shows the depth of their understanding of Dutch. Sadie only knew Dutch for a few months. She was really there at the tail end of the gang's existence. John knew Dutch from the time he was a boy. So it's not so much to say that, oh, because John has known Dutch longer, therefore he must be right. But I think because John has known Dutch longer, he has a greater he has a greater lens into how Dutch operates. He has a greater understanding of Dutch's personality. And he suggests that Micah didn't so much poison Dutch as he did bring out the person that Dutch really is. Dutch always looked for affirmation and support of his life, and someone to really just continue to fan the flames of his grandiose ideas. The gang, John, Arthur, Hosea especially, tempered Dutch. They provided balance, and they provided a path, and they provided blinders to keep him on the straight and narrow. Just because Dutch was an idealist doesn't make him bad. But Micah brought out the true nature, because when Hosea was no longer there, and when John and Arthur started to doubt, those blinders came down. And Dutch was allowed to be the person that he always wanted to be. Not just that he was allowed, but being pushed into a corner by the feds and by members of his own gang turned him into the person that he always is. And I think I've said this before in some other settings. You don't really know the true depth of a person until you have seen them in grief, in fear, or broke. I forget where I heard that saying, but I think that it's super true. Like when you see someone at the absolute lowest point, that's when you know who they really are. And we saw Dutch at his lowest point. We saw Arthur at his lowest point. And we saw John at his lowest point. And we saw who they became. And it was really who they were always going to be. It was really always the core of their being. So it's really interesting the way that both Sadie and John have interpreted these changes in Dutch. I don't think Sadie is wrong, but I think she's only seeing the surface level. And John is seeing it for over the duration of many years. And an understanding he thought he had of Dutch that he realized was his own misguided leanings and maybe even a sense brainwashing by Dutch. That's his reckoning and that's his penance.
There's a spot up ahead where we can see over most of the country. They'll be down there.
So, James Langton, the bounty hunter, has got this outlaw you captured in a women's boarding house?
Shane Finley, correct.
And we aim to have Langton give him back to us before he rides north with him to hand him over to some state troopers?
Correct again. Though the giving back part is optimistic.
I'm forever the optimist. It's a view, all right.
Look at that.
Come on, let's go take a look down in the valley. Come on, John. Help me find them.
I think I see something.
Yup. There they are, down there.
Who's who?
Well, the Bounty is the feller who's all tied up.
Very funny.
And that big fat feller with the funny hat, that's James Langton. The other fellas just work for him.
Where do you think they're heading?
Come on, let's go follow them.
Okay, listen.
Looks like they're cutting through the canyon underneath us. Let's go. They'll be coming through here. There they are. We follow and keep an eye on them. Whoa. We know they're down there. Don't ride so close. You won't get north through here. What are you doing, huh?
You talking to me or Langton?
Sorry, I ain't used to having anyone with me. My guess is they'll stop up ahead. We can get a better look at them.
You know his thinking pretty well.
If you can't outgun them, you gotta outthink them.
Jeez, what are you trying to do?
The canyon opens up down a ways. We'll head them off there.
These rocks, man, ain't doing me no favors.
Up here, get off your horse. This might be our chance. Yeah, they're stopping. And that sure is Shane Finley coming off the back of his horse.
What are they waiting for?
The rest of Langton's men, I think.
Langton's doing pretty well for himself. How come he's got all them men and you work alone?
I got you. You're worth 10 of them.
She ain't wrong.
Great.
All right, so what you think? Should we threaten them, start shooting at them, or sneak down and pick them off one by one? I reckon sneaking down is our best opportunity, but it's your call.
Let's just start shooting. Maybe they'll all run off.
Yeah, they'll scatter right away. I'm going over here.
Okay.
All right, Erica, take care. Thanks for hanging. My guy, welcome. Thanks for the host and the raid, dude. How's it going? How was your stream? Welcome, raiders. It's going. I saw you were playing New World while I was doing myself alert. For those of you that are just joining with Pest, welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Claire. Wow, how'd you guys get up here so fast? I'm a professor. I talk about video games and the stories within video games. We're currently talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. We're in the epilogue of the story. We're hoping to wrap it up here at least relatively soon. Walking Fest. How do you like it? I haven't played it. I considered getting it, but I was kind of going on pause. Panda Tato, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, 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 welcome to the discipleship. Happy to have you. That was good. I might have to pick it up. Bye, bitch. Good seeing you, am I saying it right? Panda Tato? How are you doing? Good. Haha, got you. You guys found yourself in quite a spot. I'm doing well. Just loving some Red Dead. Red Dead 2, I should say. Having a blast. It's a pretty game and a lot of stuff to do to distract you from walking where you need to go. I know the feeling all too well. Jeez, how many? I thought there were 5 of y'all when we started. How did we end up with like 30 of you? Alright, I'm gonna loot you. Yeah, but I have heard it's super pretty. I'm gonna have to try it out. Bye-bye. And bye to you. Quite literally. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh, you have loot. I want it. God, how many were there? Oh, man. Sadie has died.
But, it's your call.
Oh, we have to do this again? Alright, let's try threatening them.
I reckon you threaten them and I'll cover you.
Okay. Get over there and cover me.
Okie dokie then. We'll try a different strategy.
James Langton, you robbed me. That bastard is mine. Give it back to me or I'll murder every last one of you.
See if I can find the, There we go. That's what I need. Thanks a lot, Pest. You have a good evening. Sadie, stop running! Loot. I am the worst shot in the world. Those men up where? The frick? frick are you talking about, woman? And why are you going down there? Alright, where am I being shot from? Ow. Ow. Alright, I need to figure out where everybody is shooting me from. Return to save. Okay, fine, I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Getting my loots. Did you say what in fresh hell? I'm saying that forever. Loot. Sadie! Alright, this strategy isn't working. I clearly have to get ahead of her if I don't want to be doing this mission forever.
But, it's your call.
Alright. Let's sneak.
I'll follow your lead. Let's sneak down there.
Okay, well, follow away. Stay down and stay close.
Let's go.
Maybe we'll have less drama if we sneak.
We're going down the canyon. Look out on these rocky paths. You guys, below us. Let's get closer. We can't go around them. You take one of them, I'll take the other. You gotta throw a knife.
Yes.
Bad as it is, we've got to do something about these boys. That's the plan. Okay, let's move. Up ahead, another one on patrol. I'll take care of him.
By all means, Mrs. Adler.
You're gonna hear us on these bridges, but it's worth a try.
I'm a snack.
They know we're here. Come on.
All right. Where am I being shot from? We shot him so hard his mustache came off. You got any money? are not in a good position. Or rather, I am not in a good position. Holy shit, how many of these fools are there? Okay, I did not kill that horse. I need to make that clear.
I hope you kill each other.
I'm right here.
Holy crap. Okay. I really don't see where they're shooting from, and that is... Oh, there's one. Where are the rest of them? Okay, here's another one. There you go.
We need our horses.
That damn harpy!
Let's get Finley! Get him out of here! Okay, you're taking Finley. Let's go. Get him on your horse.
Hold on. Let me finish looting these fools. They got goods on them.
Get him up there. Come on.
Oh yeah, cigarettes weak. Alright. Got anything on you?
My sense is it would be rude not to rob you. Are you with her? What's it look like?
Oops. Sorry, bro.
Let's go for a ride.
It didn't work out for you before, woman. You should let me alone.
I got a feeling this time will be different, Finley.
You ain't cut out for this county work. I know it as well as any other.
Oh, shut your noise.
Let's go, girl.
They're going to hit me.
Down the canyon. Let's ride. Above us, on the bridges.
Hee Boom! Right in your guts.
Coming from the left of us.
You madman!
They're all over. Right behind you. Bastards. More riders left again.
You're gonna kill us both.
Shit. Sadie, you keep dying, girl.
Down the canyon. Let's ride.
Maybe let's try going.
I got it. need to relieve myself.
There'll be a bucket in your cell.
I'm serious.
Yep, and so am I. Hit him, John, please.
Hey, you don't need to do that just because she told you to. I don't need to be hit. I just want to be treated civil.
Shut it.
You heard the lady.
Thank you.
I still protest my innocence. This woman ripped me out of my bed, kidnapped me, then let Langton kidnap me, then you killed them all and kidnapped me back.
Yeah.
I'm the victim here. Damn you.
John, would you be so kind as to shut him up?
Don't listen to her. Let me speak my piece. There's no call to hit me, mister.
Listen to him squirm. Jesus.
Bad dog.
That's it. County work ain't easy, John.
No, but I can see now it has its rewards.
That's a whole lot easier with a partner.
That back there, you didn't need a partner. You needed a whole company behind you.
We did fine. And with Langton and his men gone, there'll be more demand for our service.
Sadie, you know I'm a rancher now. Mostly.
And I know how you're paying for your ranch.
Don't spread that around.
Hey, I won't. But it would be good to have you along some more.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
Here we are. Grab him and bring him in, John.
Sure.
You're a bitch and a bastard.
We brought in Shane Finley.
Oh, great. Let's, put him in the cell.
I object to this.
That's your cell at the end there.
Oh, I missed the. I missed the cell.
I hate you.
Put him on the bed.
What's in here?
Oh, got more loot.
Damn you!
Come on. Come on. We can do it.
Bastard!
We're gonna watch you swing.
What for? I didn't do anything. Nothing.
Yeah. I thought you said you lost him.
Well, I did, but we got him back. Oh, and James Langton's dead. We killed him.
Why'd you do a thing like that?
It was him that robbed me.
Okay. Here. Here's a decent price on Finley.
Mm-hmm, I know. You want this money to go to the bank, too?
No, I'll take it myself.
Okay, Jim Milton.
It's John Marston here.
All right, well, if you need any more work, you can find me in town. Or maybe I'll find you.
I'm retired.
Sure. Be well, John.
$200. Nice.
Okay.
What's this next mission we got? We'll do one more before we call it an evening.
You trying to make me uncomfortable?
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. You work here?
No, I just hang around here for fun. I'm joking. How can I help you, friend?
I know this sounds crazy. Some dumb old coot I know is telling me there's these houses you can buy pre-cut.
Not crazy, friend. The very latest in modern convenience. Convenient and cost-efficient. Which house do you want? Each one is entirely unique, but also the same.
Excuse me?
Perhaps I'm going too fast, sir.
Do you want to buy a house?
I think so.
I'll give you a luxurious, entirely unique pre-cut palace. And if you order today, I guarantee you're home in a matter of weeks, maybe sooner.
I'll take that one.
Ah, yes, we have that one in stock.
And I already got credit from the bank.
Oh, fantastic. Now, you write your name here, and you sign your name there, and you will be the proud owner of a factory-built home.
It's that easy.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Martin. Albert Cakes, Esquire, at your service.
You boys give me a minute.
What are you doing here? Everything okay?
I'm not sure. Probably. Fella came by the farm. Got attacked on the road. He said the Skinner brothers was hanging around. Lots of them. I left Uncle armed to the teeth back at the ranch.
Who are these two?
Guns for hire. If they're Skinner's about, we need them.
We ain't got that kind of money, Charles.
You want to get robbed for your house?
No, but...
Hey, these Skinners can be nasty. Come on. Mr. Devon, you're with me. Mr. Wayne, this is...
Milton. Jim Milton.
Sir, good to meet you.
We're gonna be heading up to the Manzanita post.
Why?
The best smith around is that Norwegian fella up there.
So they say. You boys ready?
Yes, sir, we're ready.
Good, because you're about to get shot at over a goddamn hammer.
You want to build a house with a sniper rifle, then?
I know old Neil's real well. I'll get you a good deal.
Thank you, sir. All right, then. Let's go buy us some tools.
I know the quickest way. Follow me.
Say, is your friend a Negro or a Redskin?
I think a bit of both, for what it's worth.
Cash is cash, though it's all the same to me. I saw you getting skittish there, but don't you worry. We're not getting shot at.
Oh, yeah. I know Charles Smith. If he's got cause to be concerned, it's usually good cause.
You got a shotgun messenger sitting right beside you, all right? I suppose you don't know much about robbing caravans.
Not much, I guess. No.
Well, nor do I. But I know a thing or two about protecting them. And if a robber sees some strong men sitting up front, 2 of them guns for hire, then they're gonna wait for the next set of fools to come on through.
Unless they take the guns to mean they're carrying something valuable. Instead of pre-cut timber and some tools.
What? No. Wait, look, trust me on this. You are overthinking it. You hire a gun, you hire peace of mind and a deterrent. So I'll sit here looking big and scary, and you can concentrate on the horses.
All right. I'll do just that.
I love being
Maybe
mansplained
I've done
too.
this kind of thing before, and maybe I can handle a weapon. But I'm not so different from you, partner.
I think you might be.
People wonder how you can handle it, living by your gun. But it's the same as any other occupation, really.
Hey, we're taking the next right up towards Manzanita Post.
I wasn't done saying. When I get home, I put my gun on the rack and it stays there. I mean it, it really stays there. I don't even think about it. My mind's on my wife and the little ones. I'm chopping wood, mending the roof, putting the kids to bed. But when I'm out here, I'm watching the tree line. I got my gun at the ready. And I'm trying to make my employer as comfortable as possible.
That's, real good of you.
You're in good hands. I know this country well.
Good.
If only you knew who you were talking to, buddy.
Am I finally gonna meet this tool maker?
Now, Niels, he's an acquired taste, but boy, can he work metal. Norwegian, you see? Viking blood. Fellas up there used to worship a god with a hammer. Guess I figures they'd still be making them. I'm not sure how much English he speaks, but Niels knows tools. And he knows me. So we'll see if we can get him to give you some. They won't be free. They won't even be cheap. But they'll be worth what you pay.
This is the spot, just up ahead.
Okay.
boys wait here. After you, Mr. Milton. Like I said, Nils is an acquired taste. Nils, it's me. Willard Wayne.
Okay.
This is my associate, Jim Milton.
Okay.
He heard you was the best. Best smith around. He needs some tools. He's building a ranch house up at Beecher's Hope.
Beecher's Hope, okay.
Have you got any made?
Okay.
Like I said, an acquired taste, but a heart of gold, and he's the best. You off someplace, Nils?
Okay.
So Milton is working with Cakes Hardwood and Timber in town. Should I get them to pay you and add it to his bill up there?
Okay.
Come on, let's get moving.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. Beecher's Hope. They've been trying to sell that property for some time, hadn't they? Took a look at it myself, as it so happens. Seemed like a lot of work. Too much for me. But more power to you. Must have seen something in it I couldn't. World needs men.
Well, it didn't take long.
Everyone find some cover! Keep your head down! Where'd they come from? Look there! You okay? Look out! Watch it! You weather this. Shit! They've got around us! Damn, that hurt! Over here! Stay down! I don't like this one bit. Who are these bastards? They're pulling back! Come to the wagons! Oh, shit.
All right.
You alive?
Now, Mr. Devon, you okay?
Yes.
That the last of them?
I think so. There's more! They got the tools! They grabbed Mr. Wayne!
All right, you stay here, guard the wagons. Charles, come on!
They got me! Mr. Milton, Mr. Smith! Mr. Devon! Help me! Mr. Devon! Help!
You mean they drew us in? We gotta get away!
Oops. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Charles was abandoned.
We gotta get away!
They climbed up in the trees! Shoot the ones up there first!
The bushes! Where are they coming from?
He's charging! We got more! Oh, I don't like the sound of that! They're coming to retreat! Come on! Let's keep moving! We gotta be gaining on them!
I hope so! They're coming out of nowhere!
Shoot them! What the hell are they doing? Where is he?
Hold it! Hold on, Mr. Wayne!
God, how many times do I have to shoot you?
They die here, all right? We cleared them. Keep going.
Where's Wayne? Mr. Wayne!
Can you hear us?
Mr. Wayne! Charles, I found the tools. Now, where's Mr.
Oh, poor guy.
Shit. All right. Jesus. We gotta move fast. Come on.
Let's go. Back to the road.
The jump war still on.
A few minutes ago, he was chewing my ear off.
He knew what he was getting into.
Did he?
Scared. Everyone knows.
Except me.
Later, John.
Charles, you all right carrying him?
I got it. There's no use in you getting bloody too.
Is it bad?
They opened him up pretty good. Nearly chopped his head in two.
God damn them.
Mr. Wayne didn't make it. We have to get out of here. You take him in the back wagon. Come on, help me.
All right, let's get out of here.
Nothing nice.
Come on, we gotta go. Shit. Those goddamn animals. Okay, John, I'm riding with you. Get us back to Beaches.
Those were the Skinner brothers?
I told you I was worried.
Sadie said something too. What kind of land have I bought?
It's not the land. Skinners move around. They're here for now.
I thought this kind of bloodshed was meant to be over with. What was all the nonsense about civilization?
This kind of bloodshed is different. Folks have been killed, sure. Good reason and bad. But rarely just for the fun of it.
That was fun for them?
No, not that time. Most folk don't usually put up with such a fight.
Then I hope we put an end to it.
There was a caravan a few months back. Massacred. Men, women, children. Ended up like Wayne. Or worse.
Damn.
Violence for the sake of violence.
Uncle! 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 You useless sack of crap.
I was keeping guard.
Really?
Whoa. What happened?
Skinner brothers.
Lot of 'em?
Enough. Once this is done, I'll take Mr. Devon back to town and poor Mr. Wayne buried.
Okay.
Let's unload, even though there's a dead man in the
fairly
fucking
sure we
wagon.
scared him off for now.
Bad business. Well, we'll be safe together.
Sure. If you say so.
And John, I love you. Don't you forget that.
Good morning.
Indeed, bad business. And our camp is certainly charming. Oh, we have a fast travel spot. I guess that's cool. We've got a wagon with stuff. It's over here. Uncle. Reviewing plans. Do I have any of my outfits on me? No. Need some food, maybe.
Brother?
Okay. Well, chat, I think that's it for me tonight. Fun one. Made some good progress. Moving right along. We have Charles back. We have Uncle back. We got Sadie back. So we're hanging out with the God Squad of Dutch's gang. And still working on building that ranch for dear wife. Get her to come back to us. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thanks, Pest, for the raid. Thanks to those of you that stuck around, folks that followed. Love doing this. Love hanging out with you guys. We will be back on Tuesday for more Red Dead. And then I will be off Thursday for the Thanksgiving stream. But Mango will be streaming, and I will be joining her. So I'm off, but not really off. Switching things up. I'll probably have a makeup stream at some point this week. I just have to find the time for it. And so maybe on Friday. I don't know. We'll play things by ear. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's everything. Yeah, but I will be on Tuesday at the normal time. And yeah. That's all she wrote. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Get some good sleep, or if it's daylight where you are, have a good day. And as I always say, be safe, wear a mask, stay sexy. Good night, guys. Have a good night.